because I don't need to define the how. I have very strong people that I need to coach.
We don't learn those skills, or we're not naturally inclined to those skills, but that's no excuse.
They need to trust in leaders that they understand the business.
Hello tout le monde, je suis cette semaine à Barcelone à l'occasion du Mobile World Congress et de son événement fils, le Talent Arena. Le Mobile World Congress, c'est évidemment l'événement tech centré sur le mobile le plus important d'Europe, et le Talent Arena, lui, se focus sur les talents, notamment les développeurs qui développent en fait tous ces produits. Pourquoi je suis là cette semaine? C'est essentiellement pour rencontrer un maximum de leaders qui vont nous parler de sujets qui me passionnent. Évidemment, les sujets que je vais aborder ici, c'est les sujets que je préfère, c'est le leadership et c'est comment on fait en tant que leader pour faire grandir son équipe. Je tourne ici une série d'épisodes pour aller étudier un peu les challenges des leaders de nos jours. L'épisode d'aujourd'hui porte sur la question de l'équilibre entre l'expertise et le leadership. La plupart des leaders tech et produits de nos jours, en fait, sont d'anciens experts ou sont encore beaucoup des experts techniques, experts produits. J'en connais beaucoup, j'en ai accompagné beaucoup qui ont du mal à faire la part des choses entre leur expertise et leur leadership. Comment ça se traduit? Probablement un leader qui micromanage, qui n'arrive pas à déléguer, qui n'arrive pas à lâcher prise finalement. Donc j'ai posé plein de questions à des leaders et des gens renommés comme Beck. J'ai aussi eu des gens de chez Alan. J'ai pu interroger la CPO de Malte et je leur ai posé des questions autour de ce sujet crucial qui est cet équilibre entre l'expertise et le leadership. C'est parti.
Basically, my goal was to only work on those tasks that couldn't find or there is no existing expertise. So kind of where you have to fill the gap, imagine something or think of something that is not achievable. And any question that is very solvable analytically or with existing experience, we have people that are much more better equipped to do that.
To be honest, although I would say for every leader, and I say this to my leaders too, it is important to be able to be hands-on whenever it's needed. I try to be hands-off as much as possible because I'm a CPO, so I have a strong team of talent that is able to do the job. So when I intervene, mostly is to just set long-term visions or bricks of strategy, but in a very superficial level, because I don't need to define the how. I have very strong people that I need to coach to get them to evolve on how to develop that how. So I spend a lot of time coaching, mentoring, and discussing with the team where we kind of make agreements of where are we going, what is the future we want to build, and then allowing them to be empowered to define how we are going to achieve that future.
In the presentation I just gave here at Talent Arena, I talked about processing emotions, especially processing fear. As you gain power, people won't stop you from dumping your fears on them. If you're just in a circle of friends and everybody's known you forever and you say some bullshit, people will call you on it. But when you're the CEO and there are 1,000 people in the company, nobody's going to call you on it because they want their stock options to continue vesting and so on. So in that kind of environment, learning techniques like how to process your fears instead of just dumping them on other people. I mean, I've had some horrific managers and executives screaming, throwing chairs. All of this stuff those are people who just haven't learned the basic emotional skills. Now, as geeks, oftentimes we don't learn those skills or we're not naturally inclined to those skills, but that's no excuse. Our actions affect other people. We have an ethical obligation, especially to people who have less power than we do, to learn the skills necessary to process our own fear, use it, experience it, but then turn that into forward energy for everybody together. Of course, technical aspects, technical skills are essential for technical leaders. Clients need to see that those technical leaders are reliable, are solid, are trusty workers, and clients need to understand that they can listen every goal, every OKR, every KPI of the clients. They need to trust in leaders, that leaders understand not just technical aspects of the business, that they understand the business first, what the client want in terms of business, how they need to transmit, to talk with their teams and do whatever they need to do to reach every project goal. Both things, the technical skills, but if they are, they have the capacity to understand the business goals. I think that both concepts are very important for a technical leader nowadays.
Well, for now, I think as a small team, the leadership is also like you have to do the things great to represent that you are good enough to lead the team. So I used to lead a big team, but now I lead a team in only 16, 17 people. So everybody is, there's not complex organization yet. So everything is simple. People talk directly to each other. The only thing for this stage I focused is efficiency. So take care of the efficiency. Everything gonna work fine. But as long as the team grows, let's say 100 people or more, you have to deal with like maybe different levels of organization. And you need to choose the people you have to totally trust so that you have time to think. Yeah, it's different.
Normalement, ce rôle leader tech, ce sont deux casquettes en fait complémentaires et ça dépend de la situation. Parfois, en fait, on est obligé d'enlever la casquette technique dans certains cas pour laisser de l'espace pour tous les membres de l'équipe pour s'exprimer, surtout techniquement. Dans un cas où on doit trancher, par exemple, sur l'une des technologies, lorsque l'équipe n'arrive plus à trancher, là, en fait, tu peux remettre la casquette technique pour en fait orienter l'équipe si on a besoin.
A person can be a super good leader, but if they don't know about the topic, it's going to be hard, right? Because the communication is different if you don't know. Sometimes developers or they know so much their own language that they need the person who understands their language. That sometimes happen between platform department or more technical departments and then the marketing or product, right? So it's really important for me that some leaders have both technical knowledge and also the expertise of being leaders or the basics of being a good leader.
Leadership it's about people, right? It's about empathy. It's about inspiring. It's all these things which they don't teach you at the university, So they have to learn by doing. If you're, let's say, now managing people that you know how to do their job is also difficult, right? Because you know how to do this thing, right? And that kind of creates patterns that they're unhelpful, no? If you're trying to lead and to grow people, trying not to find always the solution, right? Like try not to think that it is on you to find that solution and trust people. They can same way that you were doing a good job, other people can also do a good job, no? And try to figure out a way in which you can get out of the way, to help them do better. Basically, that's I would start there.
I think technical expertise is needed as a leader, mainly because your team has to respect you for your knowledge as much as they respect you as an individual. So I think technical expertise is essential to start with. But having said that, you also need to have people skills and a caring attitude towards people. Otherwise, finally, they won't like you also. So both are essential, I think, as a leader. I think the fundamental theme is to be a learning person yourself first. Now, there are 2-3 things that my tips are there. One is communication skills. Second is what I call situational leadership. There's a particular style because, for example, for working with different types of people with different types of knowledge and expertise and experience, you have to adjust your leadership style. And that's what I mean by situational leadership. So I think there are actually trainings available. And I think the leaders need to go through that as they grow in their life. That's one. And secondly, overall learning nature of adjusting and with the situation of the people as well.
Alors vous voyez que la réponse qui ressort, c'est qu'en fait, quand on est un leader, il faut savoir lâcher prise et il faut travailler plutôt sur le fait de donner de l'autonomie et déléguer un maximum de choses aux équipes et éviter surtout d'intervenir en pompier pour résoudre soi-même des problèmes. J'aime beaucoup ce que disait Ismaël dans le podcast que j'avais tourné avec lui, le leader tech de Yassir, qui disait que lui, quand il doit intervenir pour un problème, quelque chose d'exceptionnel, en fait il raisonne en termes de policy, c'est-à-dire ok, je résous le problème ou j'aide à résoudre le problème cette fois-là, mais comment je peux aller travailler les policy, donc les règles, les process, etc. de fonctionnement de l'entreprise pour que ça n'arrive plus ou qu'on les résolve en tout cas à l'échelle et pas juste sur ce cas isolé. Donc c'est assez intéressant. Si vous aussi vous avez du mal avec ces questions de posture entre experts et leaders, et si vous surtout vous en sentez les symptômes, une équipe qui est désengagée ou une équipe qui a du mal à vous suivre ou qui a du mal à être autonome, vous pouvez aller regarder si vous voulez sur mon site dont vous avez les coordonnées. Alors c'est tout pour cet épisode. La semaine prochaine, on continue la série à Barcelone avec un sujet hyper intéressant autour de la technologie pour les leaders. Pensez à vous abonner pour ne rien rater et je vous dis à la semaine prochaine. Ciao!